Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Mr. Payne bringing you quartiles and box plots. Unit 10, Lesson 2. Your objective today. You will be able to use a calculator to identify the min, Q1, median, and Q3, and the max. You will also be able to construct a box plot and answer questions interpreting box plots. Key vocabulary that you will walk away with today. Your lower quartile. Your lower quartile is just another way of saying your Q1. Your upper quartile is just another way of saying your Q3. Range, interquartile range, and ascending order. So all these words, along with min, your minimum, your median, and your max, are all key vocabulary words that you have to leave today's lesson understanding. Another visual representation of how a data set is distributed comes from the form of a box plot, also known as a box and whisker. We create box plots by dividing the data up roughly into quarters by finding the quartiles of data set. One of the things I want you to underline is dividing it up into quarters. So that's 25%. We're basically chunking our data into quarters, or 25%. So let's start off by finding the median. What I do is I cross off from the left side to my right. Well, first of all, in order to find my median, we have to make sure that my numbers are in order. In this case, my number set is properly put into ascending order. Ascending means that it's going from low to high. It's getting bigger. So ascending, if you want to make a little note down in your WSQs, ascending, low to high. All right, so what is the median of this data? So I cross off the 52, cross off 98, cross off 60, cross off 92. And I do this equally all the way until I find the middle. So I got the middle. It's 73 and 74. So what number is directly in between 73 and 74? Well, if you don't know, it's 73.5. You can always do 73 plus 74 divided by 2, which gives you 73.5. Now what I would like you to do is I would like you to find the range. New vocabulary word, range. You should remember how it is. It's defined as the difference between the largest set of data value and the smallest set of data value. So it's going to be 98 minus my smallest set of 52, which gives me a range of 46. C. What is the median of the lower half of this data set known as first quartile, or quarter 1, Q1? I'm going to circle this in red. I'm going to fill in the, right now I'm just going to use this box to cover up this data. I don't want us to even look at that data. So if you have a little piece of paper, cover that data up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this data that I'm left with, and I'm going to circle it. Oops, sorry guys. I got to switch back to my pen real quick. I have 52, 73, 60, 72, 66, 72. I'm left with 66 and 68. My Q1 sits right in between 66 and 68. What number is that? 67. So Q1 is 67. Now in order to find Q3, I'm just going to take that pink sheet of paper, and I'm going to slide it to the other side, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'll pick a different color, and I'm going to say, grab my pen again, 74, 98, 75, 92, 80, 91. Oh, I'm left with 82 and 84. What number is directly in between 82 and 84? That is 83. 83 is my Q3. All right, I want you to stop. I want you to put your pencils down, and I'm going to show you how to use your calculator now, step by step, to do everything we just learned. The only time I would like you to pick up your pens and pencils is to write down step by step what I'm hitting in my calculator. So the very first thing I'm going to hit, and I'm going to write it down with you step by step, is list. Where is it on your calculator, you may ask? Well, I printed out a calculator. Your list, you're going to hit second stat. Notice that your list is yellow. Once you hit list, the next thing you're going to do is just hit enter because the edit button is already highlighted. So I'm going to hit list, and I'm going to hit edit for enter. So just hit enter. Or I can hit 1. That's fine too. Next, we're going to look at the next screen over here on the right. You're going to have a screen that says L1, L2, L3. The L stands for line 1. So in line 1, I'm going to type in the data. I'm going to type in 52. I'm going to hit enter. 60, enter. 66, enter. The next number I'm going to type in is 66. One of the things that kids always forget is to hit enter. So type in data. I spelled that wrong. Sorry. So we're going to type in your data. Remembering to hit enter every time. The next thing you're going to do, once you have all your data in, you're going to go ahead and hit stat. Now, instead of hitting second list, you're going to hit stat. You're going to right arrow over. So you're hitting stat. Sorry, my iPad seems to be running a little slow right now. Now you're going to right arrow over to where it says calc. And then you're going to hit 1. Where it says 1 VAR stat. And then you're going to hit enter, enter. So stat, calc, enter, enter. The next screen I want you to look at is down here on the right. The N stands for how many pieces of data we put in. So we put in 16 pieces of data. Now, I have my min, which is my smallest amount, which is 52, Q1, 67, my median, which is 73.5, my Q3 is 83, and my max is 98. If you look at the data that we just put down on our piece of paper for A, B, C, and D, or A, C, and D, we should get the same amounts. And we definitely do. So that's how we know we got this correct. In order to get this screen, though, we have to make sure that we scroll all the way down using my down arrow key. So down arrow all the way across, or all the way down, so that this screen shows up. Don't worry, we're going to do practice with this tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure I showed you what it looks like in your calculator so it's not the first time you see it. Now I would like to graph this information. in my calculator, I gave you 5 pieces of data. I gave you my min, which is 52. I gave you Q1, which was 67. I gave you my median, which was 73.5. And I gave you Q3, which was 83. And your max was 98. So in order to make your box plot accurately, you need to go ahead and put your lines in. I'm going to go from 50 to 100, counting by 5s. So 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay? Now, I'm going to put my first dot at 52. My second dot at 67, 73.5, 83, and 98. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create my box plot. Straight line down, straight line down, straight line down. There's my box. Here are my whiskers. Okay, this is called a box plot now, not a box and whisker, but these are my box points. Okay, remembering that each part is worth 25%. For a grand total of 100%. Also remembering, this is my min, Q1, my median, Q3, and my max. 20 of Mr. Olmet's physics students recently took a quiz. The results of this quiz are shown in the following box and whisker diagram. Assume that all scores are whole numbers. What is the median score for Mr. Osmet's math quiz? So let's see here. What is my median? My median falls right in there. There's my median line. So each line looks like it's going up by 2s. That's right in between 70 and 72. So what's right in between 70 and 72? I would say 71. 71 is in between that. B, what is the range of scores at Mr. Olmet's physics quiz? Well, I'm going from 84 minus 53. 84 minus 53 is going to give me 31. So my range is 31. How did I get that? 84 here. 53 is my min, so this is my max. Minus my min gives me my range. What score was greater than or equal to 75% of all scores in this quiz? Well, the 75% line is my Q3. What score is that? That is my 76. And D, Mr. Oyment regularly sets the passing grade on this quiz to be the score of the lower quartile. What is the passing grade of this quiz? So it's asking you, what is my lower quartile? This is Q1. So what is it at? It is at 64. So the passing grade for this test is a 64%. Have a great night. I hope you make sure that you have everything down for box and whisker points or box and whisker plots. And make sure you write a good WSQ. There's a lot of good vocabulary.